The second thing I can remember about Russian literature in Ukrainian context is the school. So uh, the person who will be teaching you any literature, especially Ukrainian literature, was raised in the Soviet Union. And maybe they know something about Ukrainian literature, maybe if they were interested in that period, but basically neither your teacher or your parents will know uh, how important uh, how important a book or an essay is to Ukrainian culture. So and they and like teachers tend to express this knee-jerk reaction every time, like you sit in a class, it's a Ukrainian literature class, and it will be like Taras Shevchenko, some poem of him, and and and, and the teacher will give you this look like, no, this is garbage. Go learn Pushkin or something great, because this is poor man's stuff. You should not read this. And just because your parents may or like maybe they grew up in the Soviet influence, maybe they don't, maybe they were dissidents, but more often than not, your parents are typical Soviet people. So when you bring it up with them, that what am I reading, and why is this important, they don't know shit. And they will have this automatic reaction like, this is Ukrainian, this must be garbage. And so I think entire generation of people may be confused on Ukrainian literature, or like Ukrainian culture in general, just in a way we were taught Ukrainian culture in schools, like this primary education.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah.
This is what a Ukrainian language and literature scholar needs to learn right now, not to be Soviet. Because the template of teaching Ukrainian literature and culture is exactly the same as with all minor literatures in the Soviet Union. It's ideological. It's based on the idea that institution decides what is valuable, and these institutions are ministries, school as such, university. The problem is that it's taught not based on student perspective, not student-centered. And I was taught that this is meaningful because it represents some part of history, a class, or anything like this. And I disagreed with this all my life. And I think that I was right, because once I crossed the border with Ukraine and went to the West, to America, everything was absolutely different. The perspective is we live in the ocean of different texts. I really like a graffiti that I saw in Mexico, a man trying to raise up, but the letters are falling on him. So he looks like he is overwhelmed by all the literature and languages that fall on our shoulders. And I think this is the most realistic feeling that someone living in free spirit can have, being overwhelmed by information. And it's the opposite of what I see with my colleagues who graduated from a program in the Soviet and post-Soviet countries, that they have a strong idea of what is canon, what are the important texts to be taught, and that, you know, everybody needs to read this. That's how we connect to each other. It's a mistake.